So, thank you for showing up today for this interview, and I know you're a very busy person.
Yes, I know.
You have a lot of movies coming out nowadays.
I do.
So we're here to talk about the movie you were recently in, Evil Lunch Lady.
Which one?
In case you didn't know, there is a sequel coming out.
I know.
So,
Evil Lunch Lady Part 3 will begin filming shortly.
well, you just got everything piled up for you.
I know.
So, first off, let's just say you played the titular Evil Lunch Lady.
Yes, I know. Main character much.
Yes.
I know.
Now, in the opening scene of this film, you are not playing...
Sawyer just comes out.
You are playing the kid who dies in the beginning.
I am. Wait.
How did that work?
Who?
John.
John. Yeah.
How did that happen? Like,
Well,
you were clearly not the lunch lady. Who was?
well, you see, we have a brilliant director and editor who takes care of pretty much everything. Marcus
Yes.
Larson, you know him, and he takes care of a lot of the extra things that needs to be done.
Oh, very interesting. Now, both being a victim and a murderer, isn't it fun to see from both perspectives?
Oh, it is. It is.
Yeah.
And definitely that's probably my favorite part about the movie, being able to kill someone.
Yes. Now, speaking of killing, the most infamous scene.
Hold on, is this going on YouTube?
Yes.
I do not like to kill people.
The most infamous scene. The garbage can scene.
Yes.
Samson's death. How was that shot?
Well, you see-
was that achieved?
We, of course, Marcus Larson did not actually get in the garbage. That would be very unsafe.
Yes.
We had a stunt double,
Oh.
Sawyer Larson. He pretty much does a bunch of stupid stuff. He does anything. So he filmed a majority of that part, and then when we kicked it down the hill, nobody was actually in it. It was all just fake.
Ah, quite interesting.
No nerds were hurt in the filming of this.
Now, the word around town is that this movie was filmed over a year ago.
It was.
What happened there?
Well, you see, we filmed it.
Yeah.
Everything was going lit.
Yes.
It's great. And we were all like, yay, great movie. And then, of course, Marcus got it all ready. He got it into discs. It was perfect. And then when it was on the disc, I'm not sure. I believe he deleted the file, but he kept it in the disc. Am I right?
Yes.
And then, of course, some person who shall remain unnamed, Sawyer Larson, stepped on the disc and broke it. So, what a dummy. So pretty much he did, and he ruined it all. So, for shame on you, Sawyer. But it's okay, because everything works out. It's not his fault. I don't blame him. It was an accident. It's okay. I'm not mad at him. And, of course, it was all like, it died. It was lost for the longest of
Oh
time.
my god.
And then, of course, recently, he found it on, like, an old computer stored away, and he watched it, he edited it, and the original copy was almost an hour and a half.
Oh!
I know, the original copy was so much longer and so much boring. And he eventually chopped it up a little bit, and, it works out. It's great. So
Yes. Now, which was your favorite death scene to shoot?
Oh, definitely. Sissy Wiffies. Definitely.
Yes, when she had decapitated. Yes, that was very interesting.
Probably the
scene.
worst head flop of all time,
Yeah.
but yes.
Quite interesting. Now, there was no school. It was someone's backyard,
Yes,
very
it was.
obviously.
Well, I mean, there's only so much we can do. Like, we don't own an actual school. Like, get real, guys.
But from what I hear in the sequel, this problem of no actual school is fixed when this school is actually a summer camp now.
Well, I don't want to get, that was leaked, wasn't it?
Yes.
I don't want to get too into it, but, because my director might get mad at me, But, something happens.
Alright. So, playing, being Evelyn, just like, who is Evelyn? What's the personality you give to her?
Well, cut this part out. Did we talk about her backstory in the first one? Did you put that one in? Okay. So, you see, Evelyn, she's a softie on the inside.
Oh.
She really is. And she just doesn't get to portray that side of her because all of these bratty, stupid little kids. And
Yeah.
she just wants them to be healthy. She doesn't want them to die like all of her Marines. She just wants them to be safe. She's just looking out for them. Then, when they eat meat, they break the rules and she goes crazy because she had a horrible time because she blames herself for killing those dozens of Marines. She blames herself, even though it wasn't. So she really just on the inside, she's okay. On the outside, she's a murderous, crazy cannibal. But yeah,
Okay, then. Yeah, really interesting. Now, overall, you have played several people in many movies. You have been in several. You were in Ski Hill Massacre. You were the lead in that as well, and as also the lead in.
is that on YouTube?
No, but it will be soon. And you were also the lead in Terror at the Opera. Out of all the roles you have ever played, which is your favorite?
Evelyn, by far.
Yes.
She's just such a fun character to play.
Yes, quite. Well, thank you for coming in today.
Yeah. I was already here, so why not?
All right, go away.
Bye. Can you cut the camera? I don't want to get up.
Well, you have to get up.
Can I cut?
No, so I have to sit down and do his interview.
I have to get my coat.
And then I have to sit down and do
God.
mine. You have to ask the questions for mine. All right, thank you for coming in today, Sawyer. Mind telling us who you played in Evil Lunch Lady?
I played Sissy Wissy.
Yes. Uh-huh. All right. Now, Sissy Wissy, such an interesting character. A very interesting person. One that I was confused about. Like, what's up with her? Like, what is up with Sissy Wissy?
I just kind of felt like that'd be kind of funny. So I just kind of made that her character.
Just made her a weirdo.
Yeah.
She's basically the class weirdo. Now, her iconic death scene of getting her head chopped off. Very cheesy, very fake. Fun to film, though, was it?
It was.
Yes. A very memorable scene is the Sissy Wissy's chase. That's a very long chase. Now, from what I hear, the chase scene was originally 20 minutes long. How the hell did that happen?
We didn't really have, it was dark out and everyone's kind of like cold.
Yes.
So we were like kind of in a hurry to get inside. So since I was especially cold, I would be kind of grouchy and tend to not go along with it.
Okay.
And when we started filming, we just kind of didn't really know where we were going.
True that.
So yeah,
Okay.
that's how the original one ended up being 20 minutes.
Now, from what I hear, in the original hour-and-a-half cut of Evil Lunch Lady, there is a completely missing scene featuring a character named Marianne. Marianne is mentioned in the film as the person who bullied Elaine, the other lunch lady. Tell us about the scene that is deleted. What basically happens?
So what happens is Marianne goes to the school to pick up Billy because like she's supposed to be his mom. And what happens is her and Elaine get into a fight.
Okay.
And then Elaine asks the evil lunch lady to kill Marianne, so she sticks garden shears. She killed her
Oh,
with garden
Principal
shears.
George's death. Anymore. Now, was that actually, now it's Principal George's death,
Yes,
but
now
re-edited.
Yes, it was originally Marianne's death, but then she was a pointless, stupid character, so.
Okay. Now, overall, what is your favorite scene to film in Evil Lunch Lady Part 1?
My favorites. I don't know, I really like doing the chase scene.
Okay. Well, well, thank you for coming in today.
The look of sheer disappointment.
Marcus, no. That was like 2 questions. How long was that?
Sir, you don't have
4
the,
minutes.
you don't have the stage presence
Ethan
that
got
Ethan
7
does.
minutes.
You don't have the same stage
And I am a
presence.
star, so.
Marcus, plus like me asking what happened, I get more questions. That was like 2 questions.
He has to do like 4.
How did you film the death scene?
That's no fun. You asked
Oh wait,
me.
you were also the librarian character. This says, her death is very interesting. How was that to film?
It was easy. We just put like food dye under my eyes.
Oh, very fun. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, quite. Now, what's your favorite color?
Orange.
See, so here's the thing. You're just giving one-word answers. You're not explaining anything. Okay?
Fine, then we'll explain stuff.
Okay, what is your favorite color?
Marcus, that is the stupidest fucking question
What's your favorite food?
Oh, this
Would
is going on YouTube.
would it really
no,
be?
sorry,
Would this really be on an interview? No.
No.
Maybe.
No.
How's working with the cast and everything like that?
Working with the cast. First one, it was fine. Second one, I was awful because.
Well, we're not talking about the second one.
Yeah.
It was fine.
It
Wow,
was-
another one-word answer,
Anyway,
Sawyer. Come on.
we got in a.
You're at 7 minutes too, Sawyer.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Is he actually?
13 minutes and 13 minutes and 42 seconds.
Stand up, Ethan.
You're just gonna cut my interview out.
No, I'm not, Sawyer.
Well, you're gonna put subtitles on it after I love filming.
No, I am
You're
not.
gonna be like,
Jesus
"No,
Christ
Ethan."
Almighty. Alright, can you please just step away? Oh my God, sorry. You wonder why you're such a pain in the ass to work with.
This is proof that he's a pain in the ass to work with.
So, how are you doing today? Thank you so much.
I'm
for
just
coming
great
in.
today. Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
So, well, first let's talk about your character.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about Samson.
So in Evil Lunch Lady, I play Samson. It's just a blast being the nerd, you
Of
know?
course it is.
The nerd that is annoying that no one else likes, you know? He's just... Nobody likes Samson. He's annoying, he has, like, asthma, and he acts like a little kid even though he's, like, in middle school. He's just a really annoying guy, and nobody likes him. He's just, yeah. And it's always just fun to be the annoying one. You know, you really get to add a lot of emotion into it because he's constantly being bullied.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's talk about that. How did you feel about the other cast members bullying you so hard?
Well, Brandon Fry, who played Billy, the protagonist, I guess you could say, was Samson's main bully.
Yes.
And I knew that, well, like, we're just acting, you know? It's not like he's actually being hurtful to me or anything.
Yeah. So, let's talk about you were not only an actor, but you also edited and directing it. How was that?
I not only edited and directed it, I also writ.
You did everything.
I did everything,
How
yeah.
was that? How was that?
Well, editing is always my favorite part, besides filming, definitely. Like, acting is my favorite part, but then editing is always a really fun task to do. It's, kind of, at some points, like, you are... I feel very powerful, because I have control over everyone.
Absolutely.
I am the one... Without me, it would not happen, okay? I made the music, I edited it, I directed it, I wrote it.
So you're really like the glue that holds it all together.
Yeah.
You okay there?
My hand is... Okay, there we go.
So let's talk about directing. How is directing?
Well, at times it can be stressful, you know, because it's not like... We didn't have an audition.
Absolutely.
I took who
Who was
wanted to
available.
do it, and I assigned them a role that fit them best, which worked out very well.
It
Everyone did their role pretty good.
Yes.
Ethan Kolnick was just flawless as the lunch lady.
I know, right?
We had a strict schedule. We had to film every day, and nothing could stop us. Okay? And there was many conflicts that happened. And I'm gonna be honest right now, we strayed very... This was my directorial debut, the first thing I ever did. So this is a big mistake I made, and that is we did not follow the script. We made it up as we went along, basically, which is something I regret, but in the end I think it worked out well. But the original plan was to have Lexi Ganser,
He's spying on Brandon. You jealous?
who plays Blind Spot, as the lead role. Unfortunately, she could never make it to our shooting days, so we had to improvise and make Brandon Fry our lead, which
Yeah, how do you feel about working with Brandon?
Brandon is a good kid, but can sometimes be a pain to work with.
Everybody can, right?
A lot like Sawyer Larson, who is just a huge pain in the ass to work with. Towards the end of shooting Evil Lunch Lady Part 1, Brandon Fry basically quit on us. He would not do anything, and you can even see this in the end. Like, I would say, like, he was doing too good at beating the Evil Lunch Lady during the big climax, and I was like, okay, Brandon, be a little weaker. He took that too dramatically and just wouldn't do anything. He'd just be like, oh, I can't move around these obstacles. You can see this in the film. And it was very infuriating, yeah, at some small parts. I edited most of it out, but there's still some parts where that happens. And eventually I snapped and I just said, Brandon, what the hell? I was yelling at him. You remember this probably. I was just yelling at him. He walked home, and I thought, we're done.
Of course,
I guess we're done.
Your wonderful fellow cast member Ethan, of course,
Ethan, of
pulled
course.
it all together. He's the
Ethan was the hero.
He's the negotiator, as one would say.
In a shocking twist of events, Ethan Kolnick, the lunch lady, the evil lunch lady, ended up being a hero and got Brandon back on set, and we were able to finish the film. Yeah, it was shot entirely in chronological order.
Speaking of that is really good. Is there anything that you would prefer to do different or to do again in your future films?
Very much that I would do different. All the camera angles nowadays, like, you'll be able to see in Evil Lunch Lady 2, I paid close attention to the camera angles. There's many interesting ones, very high ones, some low ones, interesting cinematography. Evil Lunch Lady Part 1 has no cinematography at all. It's all simple, nothing exciting, or anything like that. So that's one thing. And also staying on script, just, you gotta, don't make it up as you go along and everything like that. Another thing I will definitely do again after Evil Lunch Lady Part 1 is, let me think, honestly. Good casting. I had very good casting for Evil Lunch Lady Part 1. You know, everyone fit the role perfectly.
Yeah, yes. Can you cut this part out?
Yeah.
You know he's probably gonna get upset.
I don't care. It's the truth. And I'm not cutting this part out. Because it's the damn truth. I'm sorry. I'm fine with him now. Like, we're on good terms now. But back then, over a year ago, we were not.
Okay. So how was it working with any additional characters such as Lexi or
Lexi is always...
Kaden or Noah or
Lexi, well, for Evil Lunch Lady Part 1, we had a very big cast. Lexi is always a delight to work with. She's just so great.
She's always the sunshine.
She's always just sunshine on a cloudy day. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it to every shoot, which was a very big shame. But, yeah, Noah Fry jumped in at last minute because we needed someone to play the part of Jack the Bully. And he just jumped in at last minute and saved our asses from... I mean, I guess his character was kind of pointless, not gonna lie, but still. It's always fun to have that scene in. I do enjoy the scene. It's a very interesting one. Of you two awkwardly swirling around each other inside of the shed.
I'm watching this right now. How was working with Kaden? I heard that he was a little difficult.
Kaden could never show up to film. In the original cut of Evil Lunch Lady, the hour and 30-minute version, he just disappears halfway in, and because the actor could never show up on set to shoot. So when I was re-editing it, I was like, there needs to be an explanation for why he's gone. So I re-edited Marianne's death and made it Principal George's death. So Kaden can sometimes be a little pain. Rest in peace, Kaden, by the way. He's not actually dead, he moved. But, you know, sometimes he could... Everyone has their bad days.
Absolutely.
So,
how do you feel about, you see, there are some rumors floating around about a future film. Can you elaborate on that?
well, the 2019 schedule is very packed.
Alright, so, I would just like to ask you one more question. Will we see, Evelyn again.
Yes, we will see Evelyn. Okay, big announcement. Evil Lunch Lady is going to be a trilogy. There are going to be 3 films. Evil Lunch Lady Part 1, 2, and 3. Part 2, Extra Sloppy, coming out on June 7th. So, be ready, baby. Yeah, so... And Evil Lunch Lady Part 3 will be filmed this summer, and we don't know when it will come out yet.
Well, thank you so much for coming in.
Yes.
This is all the time we have.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's always a pleasure.
Yeah.